I just hear boa. Boa, man, yeah, the thing eats me like that.
A strategic grand plan to establish a base in Sokoto so that they can confront the Sahel region.
We all agreed, though, leading up to this time, that America should help us. Then the likes of Sheikh Gumina said, I don't mind terrorists being...
They bring foreign military company and they do practically nothing. Our record is there before everybody.
So you mean you had their intelligence and you never used it? You never did anything about it, while a lot of people were buying every day. Is that what you are telling us? What do we look like to you? Do you think Nigerians are stupid?
Also, I'm inside my house. I've always been in my house. I'm not a coward. The job people are not cowards like you.
You had the intelligence and the location of where these terrorists are in Nigeria, but you could not go after them yourself? Is that what you are telling us?
Take on these narratives that are coming up from people who are being mischievous, from people who are being deliberately ignorant, from people who are trying to politicize this.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News, Gist and Blog. Now, here is an update regarding to the rocket launch that Donald Trump launched to Nigeria. Now, you know we make part 1 about it, and this part 2 is feast on the misreactions from the Northerners, despite Gumi saying that nobody should touch his children in the forest, that they have come to stay, but they are rather going to be living in the forest, that no Nigerians or any Nigeria can touch them. They are part of them. They also, which are the Northerners, are also part of the terrorists. And everybody said no problem. Now, it's beginning to becoming obvious and why we are making this particular part 2. Now, in Kwara State, I thought it was only one rocket launch in Sokoto, but it begins to be revealed to the public now that it was different rockets. Now, in Kwara State, this guy came to narrate his own experience that the bomb made boy, and the next thing you hear that even the bomb removed his head. Anyway, I want you guys to watch. I don't really like to put words for paste per month. I want you guys to watch it.
I just hear boa. Boa, man, yeah, the thing eats me like that.
Where did it hit you from?
For neck, now be this.
We dey for Offa, Kwara State, Nigeria. I go tie link between what happened for Offa and the announcement where President Donald Trump makes say he don't order missile strike to take trouble bad people, but the terrorists for the northwest part of Nigeria. But while that announcement and the attack they go on for northwest Nigeria, precisely for somewhere for Sokoto, people for Offa here around 9 to 10 p.m. Some say around 11. They say they hear one big sound boom from this house here where we did. The thing blast, he passed inside this house. They no fit tell us waiting he do. From here, he pass, break this wall, follow like this, continue the waka. All of this other side, he break the wall for here too. One young man where they inside with his mama, he tell us accounts of what happened and how terrified in day of the incident where happened here for Offa, Kwara State, Nigeria.
Yesterday night, I did inside home. I told my mom, say, I want to go and buy card. My mom told me, say, okay, man, no take. I told you, say, okay, I'm here. As I come, I just hear go. As I hear go, the thing just hits my neck. I faint. My phone go, my power bank go. I don't see anything again. As I go shout, my mom, my mom, my mom. I see say the house don't fall. And I enter the house. As I enter the house, now I go carry my mom come outside.
People for Offa, they still they gather around. They talk about this incident where happened last night. Nobody fit talk precisely where the thing where can't hit them for their house, where it from come. Police and soldier people, they don't come also. They say they don't carry the thing where be the remnants of that thing where jam the buildings, break wall here, go land for Solid Worth Hotel. They don't carry and go for further investigation.
Hold it right there. This guy narrated, I'm not here to dispute his experience, but his evidence is what I don't go with. I'm not pleased with his evidence. That's why I'm making these particular videos and along other videos we are about to watch. I want you guys to see this picture. Now, let me zoom it a little. Now, look at the injury that this guy said that he got from the bomb blast. Unfortunately, this injury is already healed. Like, this injury was like in year 1982. It looked like Betmark. And some other... a bomb blast that is not even up to 24 hours, his own already healed. He's saying that waiting your year, say, boy, and the thing just... Anyway, it's not supposed to be a laughable issue, but this is a serious national security issues. Now, when you talk about this, you want to know what are the concerns about the Northerners and other elites. But this guy came out during one of these foreign interview. He said that Nothing like that. Donald Trump is trying to infringe on the fundamental human right of Nigeria by imposing on them a military base, and that even where he shoots that rocket is a solely Muslim region, that there's not even Christian there, and it was just saying all kinds of things, and I want you guys to watch.
Please.
Actually, it is true. Jabo village is a relatively peaceful farm village. In fact, where even the bomb landed is a farmland. There has never been terror attack in that area. And if you are targeting, according to what he said, Muslims that are killing Christians, that area is almost 99% Muslims. So who are the Christians there that the Muslims are killing? So you see that it's just pure narrative. I want to believe that the US is having a strategic grand plan to establish a base in Sokoto so that they can confront the Sahel region. Because they lost the Sahel, it's hurtful for them. So now they are trying to find a reason why they can establish a base in Nigeria for them to be able to confront the Sahel. Possibly that's what it is.
It's such a fascinating comment, and it's coming right as we run out of time. And then next time we'll talk about the Sahel region or the Sahel Alliance, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, who have been working over the past couple of years to kick these Europeans out of the rare earth-rich Sahel region. My friend, we're going to have to take this conversation further another time. Adamu Garba II, Nigeria's 2023 former presidential contender. Thank you so much for your commentary.
Thank you for having me, Rory. Thank you.
Not just him. There are lots of videos from the Islamic scholars and defendants of these terrorists saying that Donald Trump shouldn't have launched that rocket, that they are well pleased. When you think of all of this, you begin to start processing what is really going on. Do these people really want to fight these bandits? Do they want to fight this ISWAP? Do they want to fight these insurgents? Do they want to fight this ISIS? Do they really want to fight this Boko Haram and all those people that are living or constituting nuisance in Nigeria forest? What is actually going on? This is a question that I'm asking. I know definitely most of you that are reasonable, who are well concerned, that have the humanitarian heart, we are also asking the same question. What is actually going on? Until I came across this particular guy who is a military personnel, said, according to him, that's why I put it here, because though I imagine the same thing, but I know they like me that they hold me accountable for any word. I like to say, according to this guy, he said that though Donald Trump and the Nigeria agency, they share intelligence information and say, okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to launch on Christmas Day. But unfortunately, the same information will be taken and given to the bandits and those people that relocate. I want you guys to listen.
I might say some things in this video that might sound unbelievable to some people, but I'll not be here to risk my life and that of my family to come and make certain claims just for likes and views, and that will do nothing for me. Quite alright, the US strike some part of Sokoto, but I'm telling you right now that the USA will not make that mistake of striking places where there is no target. The USA will not make the mistake of striking places where there is no target. Even one person will wound no day because there was nobody there. Why? Definitely the US no go strike Nigeria without some go ahead. So most politicians for Nigeria, they are aware of the airstrike. But guess what? Let me shock you. Do you know that that particular places where US strike, bandits were actually there, but they moved out on the 24th. Bandits were there, but they moved out on the 24th. How they take no, say something like that won't happen? I'll take you back again. The US will not strike without the go-ahead. Some Nigerian politicians, they are aware of the airstrike. The bandits, they were supposed to be there, they moved out on the 24th. US strike empty places. Now, how I take note, these people did there before, and they moved out on the 24th. There are places in that whole area where they strike. There are places, before you get to that place, you must pass certain checkpoints. People saw them leaving. I will not even tell you who did those checkpoints. But people saw them leaving on the 24th. Moreover, The place, the so-called place where bandits there as at that same place, it was not hidden. Nobody see they hide. People know say bandits did this area. But the question is why they move out on the 24th? How come bandits not see the one strike on the 25th? US no go just make mistake, just fear. Even one person no wound. The one strike, they tell Nigerian politicians that kind of thing. They tell Nigerian politicians that kind of thing. We might not be that big to to an extent, but you see all these levels, you see all these kind of levels, we get contact about everything where they go on. The first people will go that place before the town people will even go there. Boys don't go there already. If one person no wound, nobody they there. They moved out on the 24th. How? And you say Nigerian politicians no strong? You think what in the US do right now that the Air Force cannot do it on a normal day? You think the Air Force are that weak or incompetent to do it on a normal day? Or land army? No, if you go there, flush all of them out. And when the US decides to intervene, those guys got the information already. Because some Nigerian politicians, they are aware already. Merry Christmas.
If you listen to this guy, you might want to say, oh, this guy is a liar, or he just fabricates those lies. I'm not here to dispute with him, just like the way I never dispute with the rest people that you have been watching, but I'm here to pick out some evidence and some things that he said. Now, first of all, it is possible that the Nigerian government work hand in hand with the American Security Agency to know where those people are. And America, which is the Donald Trump, we are so 100% sure that these people are there, and they launch rocket on empty ground, and that makes them look very stupid in the eyes of the world. Like, on the other note, information also reaching us that they did not even shoot it from their drone. To be sure of this place where the bomb is launching, they said they shoot it from the coast, from one of these African countries, which we will talk about later. And then it was just a blind rocket, and the rocket just flew and landed somewhere that's, anyway. So, but I quite also agree with this same guy, what he said, that it is possible that America work hand in hand with this security agency, and they take this intel information and give to their brothers, which is the terrorists, and those people, they quickly have to move. Their rocket hit onto ground. Remember that America said that they were working hand in hand during Goodluck Jonathan, when they were working hand in hand to fight these bandits. But unfortunately, when they said they are going to smoke all these bandits with gas, but it was surprising to them when they learned that the bandits or the terrorists were already wearing masks, which means information must have gotten to these people. Now, the problem is, do these people really want this insecurity to end? Or is it like they just want to make public show of the Donald Trump, now that they are laughing and mocking him online, which is the Northerners, the same Northerners that they are fighting for to eradicate this insecurity? This now takes us to the next level. What is Asari Dokubo saying in all of this? And I want you guys to watch how Asari Dokubo making mockery of Donald Trump. We'll be right back.
I said, let Trump send his troops. Has he sent any troops to Nigeria? I tell Donald Trump, now I'm here now, tell him, you think I'm afraid? He said something, he could not do anything, so he came out to carry out his stupidity, his foolishness, his madness. A sick idiot, a criminal, a bandit himself. When you see idiots talking, Ozokai, what is my shame about? Where are the American troops on our land? Which American troops had come to our land? I said, let Trump send his troops. Has he sent any troops to Nigeria? The Nigerian government said it collaborated with Trump. Nigeria as a sovereign nation had collaboration with another sovereign nation in solving a problem, but idiots like you will not understand. So the Nigerian government gave permission. So when idiots like you talk, you don't reason, you just come up to come and talk. So troops setting their boot on Nigerian soil and somebody flying over to bomb where there is nobody. There's nobody where they bombed. Empty field. Show me the precision strike now. We want to see pictorial evidence of your so-called precision strike. See, let me tell you. We don't need America. We don't need anybody. The federal government today, if the federal government give us all that we want, I assure you that insurgency will be a thing of the past in less than 1 year. Everywhere. We'll go everywhere and we'll get them. So it is what your clients give you that you can use. It is a guideline given to you by your client that you can pursue. You can't go beyond your brief. You can't go beyond their brief. That is the truth of the matter. If we are totally equipped to go in and get these people, wallahi billahi, the same way we chase them out of Abuja Road, we chase them out of everywhere. But you know, the rules of engagement are with the people who are giving us this thing to go in after these people. That's the rule of engagement. We can't go beyond the rule of engagement. We are not on our own. They bring foreign military company and they do practically nothing. We as locals, we can do and we have done. Our record is very clear. Our record is there before everybody. Everywhere we had been to, it's before everybody. But if you don't give us all the necessary clearance for us to carry out our district, there's nothing we can do about it. We need the necessary clearance, and we are sure that in 1 year, if we are given the necessary clearance, we are not in competition with anybody. We are only complementary to the services rendered by other districts. So if the Nigerian military can be comfortable with foreign mercenaries, foreign military companies, they cannot be comfortable with their own people. This thing. I'm inside my house. I've always been in my house. I'm not a coward. The job people are not cowards like you. Nobody can chase me from my house. I'm inside my house. And it's so shameful and laughable. Did you see? I saw the news on Arise. Innocent people's villages. They created craters, small leveling place, no life loss, nothing happened. There was nobody was harmed. There was no bandits in the vicinity where this bomb landed. Innocent civilians. It's so disgraceful and so shameful. So disgraceful and shameful. And what's happening in Lagos? Whether some of the drones, they said it Comatose missile, which is a lie. What went to Sokoto, which the ordinary people in Sokoto had come to say openly were drones. And they did not harm any bandit. They were thrown in open fields where innocent people are. Open field endangering the life of innocent people. So I will not dwell on that because that is not what I came for, but I think it's shameful, and we believe these lies by these people. We believe these lies by these people. I'm a Muslim. I'll continue to be a Muslim, and I'll continue to talk about Islam. I'm proud to be a Muslim. But what I'm talking about is about my people now.
Now you listen to what Asari Dokubo said. VDM did not also relent. He also threw in his own opinion. According to VDM, this is what him also is thinking in his own opinion. Like, this is what is happening, and I want you guys to listen to what VDM threw in all of this.
Okay, so we understand that there was some reconnaissance done before the strikes. Were we also involved in that, and how so?
It's Nigeria that provided the intelligence. I was on the phone yesterday for 19 minutes with Secretary of State Marco Rubio of the United States. We spoke extensively, and we agreed that I was going to speak with President Tinubu, for President Tinubu to give the go-ahead. And I did speak with him, and it was agreed also that the statements that would follow would be statements that would show clearly that it is a strike against terrorism and that it is part of the ongoing joint operations between Nigeria and collaboration between Nigeria and the United States.
All right, so to the foreign minister, Mr. Yusuf Maitama Toga, according to you, you people, the Nigerian government, supplied intelligence to the United States government that enabled them to make a strike at the camp of the terrorists in Nigeria. Here's the question. So you had the intelligence and the location of where these terrorists are in Nigeria, but you could not go after them yourself? Is that what you are telling us? So these terrorists that have been buying a lot of Nigerians, taking advantage of our women, they'll carry them into the bush, they will rape them. Those women will give birth to kids. These people have thousands of armies in the bushes. So you mean you had their intelligence and you never used it? You never did anything about it, while a lot of people were buying every day? Is that what you are telling us? What do we look like to you? Do you think Nigerians are stupid? Do you think we are dumb, sir? Come on, sir. Come on, sir. This doesn't make any sense. So just say the truth. The United States government entered this country. None of you knew about it. It didn't seek no clearance from you. They're no retuna. See how damage control is looking as if, with all due respect, sir, this does not make any sense. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely, just say the truth. They entered Nigeria, they didn't tell you people don't want Nigerians to panic, you people don't make us feel as if you people are incompetent, you don't know what you are doing, America is bullying you. Just say all these things, we go understand. Not be say you call the tell me to say you get intelligence of where terrorists dey, now you supply America intelligence. America's on there since. You know the places where all these things they happen. And yesterday I talked about saying, may they give us footage proof. Some people they talk blah 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 blah. I didn't need footage. Shut up your mouth. Shut up. Normally when they go do this kind of strike, the one where Donald Trump do for Iran that time, I mean Iraq, this thing carry drone. They carry drone. Everybody see where the thing go. They don't show one thing for one player, Pume. They can't show one side for Sokoto. I no go ask. Not since everybody go just believe in sheepishly like that. Blah. No now. Normally these people they use drone. Drone go do this thing. They go to watch. Let's say Obama even do the same thing. That time they watch how they take go buy Osama bin Laden. Obama just did the watch. The last one where they do when Donald Trump go buy one guy for whether not 2017 or 2018. Was that 2017 thereabouts? He watch. They go there. Anyways, may God bless Nigeria. Peace and love.
Now, some of you might be reading my facial expressions that I'm laughing. I'm laughing because some people, have you ever come across some people that you want to help? Unfortunately, they don't need your help. They just want to be a beggar. It's just like one of those comedy skits that we watch. That somebody who is a cripple, when pastor came to pray and heal him, and when pastor said, receive your healing, he said, no be healing, he wants, he need money. Which means he just want to be a beggar. He don't just want to work. So leave my two legs like this. Give me money and take your waka and just waka they go. Now, this Hausa Fulani people, I'm not talking about Hausa, these Fulani people in Nigeria, which are the major people now that take over the northern part of Nigeria, don't want this insurgency to stop because they are benefiting from it. In every kidnapping ransom paid, it's shared among these people. You cannot tell me that all these bandits are solely running all these activities without having strong backup. Just like you do in movie now, you see thief now go chest bullet, go rob bank, back. After they don't rob bank, like, they'll come carry the full Ghana must go like this, come give their own boss. And their boss now will come give them, say, you take 50, you take 50, you take 50. The remaining billions going to belongs to the boss. The boss will take risk. His own online, they supply the ammunition, they supply the information. And when those people now felt like, oh, we can do it on our own, and the boss cut them off, now then police come to buy them. That's the same thing that is going on in Nigeria. Those bandits you are seeing in the forest are not really the problem of Nigeria. You see people like Shaigumi and all those people that are defending them. Those are the basic problem that we are having in Nigeria. Until the Tinubu have the guts to go after these people, he cannot eradicate insecurity, except maybe he don't just want to do it. I don't see any reason why Shaigumi is still roaming around and still defending these bandits, saying that they can't go anywhere, nothing can happen to them, they are here to stay. That is a very big threat. When the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have said that these people, they are going to send them out. And another person is saying the president, what he's saying is of his own, but his own must stay, that these people are not going anywhere. This is too challenging. Shaigumi versus the president of Nigeria. Now, having said that, I want you guys to now see the next level that we are when I came across Arise TV News. I did actually see that it was a long video, but when I saw what Rufai Oseni said in this particular video and Ruben Abati, okay, and I said, look, there are lots of these things that you people really do not understand. And I want you guys to watch Arise TV News contribution. We'll be right back.
We all agreed, leading up to this time, that America should help us. Then the likes of Sheikh Gumina said, I don't mind terrorists being killed, but as long as it's on holy hands like America, I have a problem with it. But the same Sheikh Gumi that doesn't mind on holy hands like America supplying aids through USAID that they used to feed poor children in the same northern part of the country, he doesn't mind the aid though. The aid is not unholy. All of a sudden, to kill the banditry and the terrorists have become unholy. Then the next narrative, all of a sudden they are now plotting, is the fact that, when you look at this, it is denting our sovereignty. The same thing that Nigeria admitted, that it's us and America that worked on this. So they choose to ignore that statement, and now they are now saying it's denting our sovereignty.
Then I'll take this tweet from Characteristics, who wrote, I am almost convinced that the response from Nigeria's foreign affairs was an afterthought. Clearly, the United States cannot be restrained from eliminating notorious terrorists. President Trump's statement did not suggest that the operation was carried out in collaboration with the Nigerian government. His words were explicit: at my direction as Commander-in-Chief, not in partnership with Nigeria. Let's even assume, without conceding, that the Nigerian government was aware of the operation. Why then did the statement not come directly from the president himself, using the same authoritative language, at my directive, as Commander-in-Chief? I be president, they sleep. Sleep where he no sleep when INEC declare him president at 3 a.m. I strongly doubt that the Nigerian government was aware of the timing of the targeted strike. The public should not be deceived by after-the-fact statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. What we are witnessing looks more like reactive diplomacy than proactive security leadership. And I'm reading this tweet because this is the minds of a lot of Nigerians who rightly believe that this might not be a joint, attack. Major General Samilia Uba said the operation was a joint effort between the armed forces of Nigeria and the United States, adding that the strikes were approved by federal government authorities and followed credible intelligence aimed at degrading the terrorist group's capability. Well, in this same statement, the Nigerian Army reiterated its commitment to restoring peace and security across Nigeria. And I'll take this final tweet, a reaction that, gladdened my heart. Lucky wrote on X, yes, this is good news. Reports confirm U.S. airstrikes against ISIS elements in Sokoto State carried out in coordination with Nigeria. Beyond the headlines, this is a strong statement against terrorism and a reminder that global security is interconnected. For a nation bruised by insurgency, banditry, and bloodshed, disrupting extremist networks is no small win. If peace is the greatest gift any country can receive, then degrading terror cells that prey on innocent lives may be one of the most meaningful gifts Nigeria gets this season. Security first, everything else follows.
Very important for information management and ensuring that only the fact is what is being shared at this point in time, because we've seen a number of responses to these attacks. The first thing is that the first fact on ground is that it was a joint operation. Yes, you might criticize or not like the way in which the information was shared or the timing or who shared the information first, as I've just seen the PDP statement on these attacks, whereby I thought it was quite good to say that when it comes to joint operations like this, Nigeria ought to take the lead, or at least share that responsibility to ensure that we're not hearing about what's happening on our own soil by a foreign party, even if it's the United States of America. So you can take that feedback away. But consistently, whether it's from the military, Director of Defense Information, or from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it is clear that Nigeria worked with the United States by providing credible intelligence and by approving the airstrikes before it happened. That's a statement on ground. That's what happened. It's important to put that out there. Now, I think it's also very dangerous to try to put a slant to it, so that, it's Christian, there's terrorism. And when we talk about terrorism, it makes sense, or the sensible thing to note is that it's not only where they operate that their cells are located. You can operate in the northeast and have cells in the northwest. And what we had said was that this was done after weeks of intelligence gathering, and so a response was done with regards to the first airstrikes. It has been said that this is the first, but potentially the first of a number of airstrikes if we do have issues around this instance. So I think it's important to put those facts out there. Another thing to mention that's important is that when we talk about the region most affected by terrorism and acts of terrorism, it's the northern region. And so the most important things on the mind of the people should be this: how does this affect us? Would this be finally a light at the end of this long tunnel of insecurity that we have had to endure for at least 15 years? And if that is the case, then all hands should be on deck to support the efforts of the Nigerian government to finally decimate the terrorists. The only other thing to then talk about is the number of casualties in terms of collateral damage. Yes, this is a thing because in the past we've seen where Nigerian Air Force strikes themselves, whether in Zamfara earlier this year or last year in the same Sokoto on Christmas Day, had in a few some civilian casualties. Every single Nigerian life matters. So what they're saying is that the reason why they keep using the word precision is that it was precise to attack the terrorists themselves with as minimum as possible civilian collateral damage. This is the fact on ground currently. The most important thing, Oji, is that finally we see a seriousness and a deliberateness to destroy and decimate terrorism and terrorists in Nigeria. Right. That is what the Nigerian people should be celebrating this morning.
I'm also getting reports from Bayo Ononuga, he reposted the foreign ministry's statement about the joint effort, but I think that he alluded to the fact that the attack also occurred in Zamfara state.
What do we want? We want an end to terrorism, right? So why are we complaining about the first step? Because this is decisive. I mean, for the very first time, we talked about the fact that America didn't give us weapons due to the Leahy laws. Anyway, they sold Super Tucanos to us once Trump came in the first time. We talked about the fact that we might not have capacity to be able to fight these
stringent constitutions.
Yes, for the use
of the Super Tucano.
Okay, but it was during Buhari's time that Super Tucano finally came in.
Yeah, but
the process has started.
Government got
so Buhari finally got that
initial process.
Secondly, we talk about the fact that we can't do this alone, that we need expertise from America, isn't it? Didn't we all argue across board that we need expertise? In fact, we also argued about boots on the ground, because I'm just trying to chronicle the conversation we had leading up to this. That's okay, maybe America can put boots on the ground and everything. So why, when America probably use a Tomahawk that I know that we don't even have in our military arsenal or fleets, because if I check the price of a Tomahawk missile, it's going to cost a lot. I'm not sure in any way in Nigerian arsenal we have it like a Tomahawk missile that can go about close to 1,500 or 2,500 kilometers. We use a long precision strike missile. It got in there. we had an attack. In fact, luckily or unluckily, the villagers have not complained of anything as regards a casualty. In fact, you can see the villagers hovering around there. It's just for us to be able to get a recce. Then why after that, we are now hearing narrative by some people that, hey, why must it be America? Secondly, some people are even trying to tell us to our face without providing facts that, hey, Nigeria didn't do anything with America. It's America alone that did it.
Well, that was how Trump posted. I feel like it was just at his command, as commander-in-chief.
At least.
I mean, I thought that was,
we have seen
Trump style.
You know, it's braggadocious.
Yes.
But we have seen from our own authorities that it was a collaborative effort. And you need intelligence here. And I've also pointed the fact that it's not today that we've had that level of intelligence.
Yeah.
Thirdly, then you now start to hear narrative about religious dynamics. All of a sudden, we all remember that. We all agreed, leading up to this time, that America should help us.
So this operation was from the Gulf of Guinea, from USS Polygnacious. That was where they fired the Tomahawk missile from. And that means that, you know, there is American presence within the Gulf of Guinea.
Dr. Abasi, it was, quite reassuring to see the Department of War by your Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, respond in the manner that he did. And, you know, I think that was a reassuring tweet that there was this collaboration between the United States and Nigeria. But, you know, when we saw Donald Trump's tweet, how can you fault some Nigerians that believe that this was an invasion by the U.S. without collaboration? Those are the sort of questions out there.
Trump will always be Trump.
Yes.
Trumpism. Yesterday I was saying that, you know, Trump, either for negative or positive reasons, is the main subject of the year 2025 in terms of his interventions within the international space. Now, Trump has gone to Syria to have military operation, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Somalia, and now Nigeria. And so, you know, it fits into a pattern. And he's speaking also to the conservative Christian evangelist base in the United States, whom he had promised that he would defend the interests of Christians anywhere in the world. So there's that political subtext to it, to say, I promise to go after radical Islamists anywhere in the world. Now we're in Nigeria. But the clarification came from both the War Secretary, Pete Hegseth, and also from the Nigerian authorities, who said this is about collaboration. And collaboration, cooperation has been part of this narrative, with the Nigerian government saying originally that, look, we want cooperation. With the Nigerian government proposing and achieving the objective of a Nigeria-US working group on the basis of which two delegations from the US came here, and the National Security Advisor led a delegation to the United States. People must expect some form of outcome in that regard.
Of course.
So there's no need for any quibbling. Number two is the geopolitics of it. Now, I said earlier when Vimbai was here that, look, the Americans, AFRICOM, they call it, African Command.
AFRICOM, yes.
Their biggest operation is in Djibouti. But they maintain training, patrolling operations in cooperation with other countries within the West African region. Cameroon, you know, Ghana, Nigeria, and, you know, another country, is it Guinea also? No, I forget the next country. So this operation was from the Gulf of Guinea. From USS Polygnacious. That was where they fired the Tomahawk missile from. And that means that, you know, there is American presence within the Gulf of Guinea. And the geopolitics of it is that it may be Nigeria today, it may be another country tomorrow. Because after all, it's not only in Nigeria that we have terrorism, where they have it in Mali, they have it in other countries within the Sahel. Right. Now America is positioning itself. The third thing is this thing about misinformation. There is a lot of work for the Ministry of Information of Nigeria to do. Absolutely. A lot of work for the Defense, Directorate of Defense in the Defense Headquarters to take on these narratives that are coming up from people who are being mischievous, from people who are being deliberately ignorant, from people who are trying to politicize this. Global terrorism, the main issue is about cooperation. And the Nigerian government must give us information, even about the casualties, in case there are casualties, because as Trump has promised that he will return if he sees that ISIS and Boko Haram are not relenting, then of course we may get to a point where there will be collateral damage.
Absolutely.
Which is the reality of war.
Okay.
Dr. But just to quickly debunk the misinformation going on, in fact, AFRICOM, General David Anderson, commander of AFRICOM, has confirmed that it was a working relationship between Nigeria and regional partners to increase, you know, so that is confirmed. So for those that say it's only Nigerian authorities, it's not only Nigerian authorities that confirmed that it was a cooperation, it was both AFRICOM and Nigerian authorities. So,
and it's a style.
Yeah.
I read that without me.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We just have to read.
You guys have gotten all this information, and a lot of videos are out there. We can't lay hands on all of them. It's quite difficult for you to troop in and trample and talk about it. If you want to be talking about Nigerian news, it is back to back. Like, you have to be making video. You just have to make it your full-time job. Like, because even before you finish this one, another one is happening. Now, for me, I give credit to those that are making videos back to back. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but I respect you. I respect your craft. It's not easy. But for me, I'm just trying to sometimes to make video, one in the morning, one in the evening. It's still quite difficult for me. Talk more about doing it back to back. Now, eventually, if, for example, like the bomb really hits terrorists, let's say like that, it hits terrorists in Kwara State or in Sokoto. Remember, this thing happened overnight. Don't you think these people, as manipulative as they are, there are possibility and 100% that these people that are using their hand, they did not wait for security agency to arrive. They were using their hands to carry all those evidence. I don't know where they were taking it to. I don't know if they're going to sell it as annual condom. I don't know where they're taking. I don't know the reason why they just tamper with evidence. Now, the next day, after daylight, they were saying, oh, nothing happened everywhere, now just empty ground. The other one said the bomb don't make boom, and everybody, they start fabricating all kinds of lies. The other one say, oh, where this bomb belongs, now where people they stay, where they plant cassava, some people say, oh, now inside their house is the thing for food. Some people say, bandits not even they stay for that area. Now, we don't even know. Donald Trump now have two options. One, to stop collaborating with Nigeria if eventually they collaborated with them before. I'm going to give this video a 2 credits, and before then I want you guys to see what the Khan Association are saying, because for their own, they say, praise the Lord, the first time in the Nigeria history that the Nigeria Christians celebrated Christmas in peace, and they are very happy, and I want you guys to watch.
This visit by the leaders of Christian Association of Nigeria to the home of His Excellency the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his wife, the mother of the nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, is to felicitate with the first family in this particular period of Christmas, and to appreciate them for what they are doing, especially for providing for the poor and being committed to moving our country forward. And of course, the recent efforts they are making to see that Nigeria every Nigerian lives in peace in this country. It is something that we are so happy about. I can tell you, this Christmas happened to be the first Christmas in many years that we were not woken up with a phone call at midnight to say that a church was attacked. And it is a testimony that we must share, and we hope and pray that this will continue. We are also here to pledge our commitment to continue to work with the President for the progress and development of our country, Nigeria.
Thank you, sir. At a time in the country, the polity was there was tension following the comments made by the U.S. President Donald Trump. Now, how do you describe the way the handling of the issue by the president?
No, we will say that the president is responsive, to the issues that are being raised. We are seeing renewed efforts and renewed commitment, to strengthen the security architecture and to make sure that at least Nigerians will be going out in peace and coming back in peace. Of course, there is still a lot to be done, but we know that the president has started very well, and we pray that this will be sustained. And we hope that maybe by next year we'll be able to see visible results of what is being done now.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself and your designation?
My name is Archbishop Daniel Oko, the president of CAN.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anyway, I want you guys to see from the Kwara State and how the indigenous of the Kwara State were to remove evidence from the site where those things happen. And I want you guys to see.
Odidile ni bí báyìí sí báyìí. Odidile bá tó gbó yìí. Wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ àpò ṣe ó láǹdì síbi ó balẹ̀ ní. Ó já ṣẹyẹ ó bá kọjá báyìí ni wọ́n bọ̀ ṣéètì ní náà. Sọ́ọ̀bù márùn-ún ilé márùn-ún lè wọ bí báyìí náà ni. Mo ti wá wo bílẹ̀ kan. Ṣé kò ṣe àwọn kílẹ̀ náà ni? Àwọn kílẹ̀ náà ni. Àwọn kílẹ̀ náà ni. Wọ́n lè wo gbogbo ibà. Kẹ́míkà lè gẹ́sẹ̀ irun. Olóògbà gbogbo ibà. Ok, àwọn kí ni rẹ̀ rí? Àwọn kí ni ara bọ́ọ̀bù yẹn ni? Ẹ dákun tó lọ lọ́rùn ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́ni bọ̀dí díyà pé ó dà pé mo ṣe ń wọ́dà pàdé mílíọ̀nù. Ẹ dákun ẹ secure ẹ dákun because of security community get bẹ́ẹ̀ dákun ó fi ògùn bẹ̀yìn ẹni ní ti taari ní bíbá yìí. Bó ṣe bá lọ bíbá yìí àwọn ilé ló wá wo ogun bíi kò í ṣe yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ tó wà lọ́hùn. Kì í ṣe tó wà lọ́hùn èyí tó wà lọ́hùn gbọ́dọ̀ gbádùn kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ kan láì. Ẹ dákun ẹ secure ẹ dákun tó lọ lọ́hùn pẹ̀lú gbogbo ibà àwọn kí ní ààrẹ ni Ọlọ́run nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa nínú ìlú Ọ̀fà ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ yìí ọba kórè ẹ̀ ní sùn rẹ̀. Ọ̀fìṣẹ̀ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ọ̀fìṣẹ̀ yẹn náà ọ̀fìṣẹ̀ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ ọ̀fìṣẹ̀ yẹn báwọn olóòtú bẹ́ẹ̀ ó já ọ̀fìṣẹ̀ yẹn. Mo ti wí lọ bẹ̀. Ó jáde wá gbà báyìí. Bó ṣe jáde nù, bó ṣe wá wọ bí wàá ó wá wo ilé. Ó wá wo ilé bá jáde kan yẹn pé níbo. Wá jáde kan yẹn. Wọ́n sì dáhùn yẹn wà nulẹ̀. Àwọn wọn ọ bu ọ kábíyèsí o. Ilé le o. Kini yẹn ó ní agbára gidi gan o. Òun ló jabi. Ẹ wo ṣe ya òun náà ló bó ṣe bọ́ sí bíbá yẹn náà. Bó ṣe ya ọ́fíìsì yẹn náà ló bọ́ sí bíbá yẹn náà. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ni ó ti ẹ̀dọ́gbọ̀n yìí yá ó ti ká ọgbà apá nìyẹn kọ. Ọmọ filẹ̀. Gbàgbé ẹgbẹ́ check wọn kẹba Ọ̀fà ló wáyé kí wọ́n dórí rẹ kọ. Ìṣe páwọn èèyàn rí kọ́ wọ́n ní wọ́n rí páwọn èèyàn ti sọ pé àyè wù bá gbà wọ́n lé yìí.
Khan Association is rejoicing. They're happy over everything because Christmas was celebrated in peace. I'm happy as well that we did not hear any casualty during this Christmas period. Now, let me address two issues here. The first one is, if Nigeria, for example, they agree to work with Donald Trump, and Donald Trump said, we are going to do this thing, and they make public show with Donald Trump by giving Donald Trump false information by saying this is where these bandits are. Donald Trump launched rockets there. Unfortunately, there were nobody there, which means they mislead Donald Trump. One information. The other information, which means there were bandits really living there, like what that guy said. There were bandits living there, and Donald Trump were aware, but just seek permission from Nigeria that we are going to launch these people. And the Nigerian now went back, said, bandits, men are run, oh, Donald Trump is coming to launch rocket. Oh. Those people now relocate. Donald Trump now launch rocket on empty ground. These are the two things that we are going to contemplate in the comment section. Which one do you stand with? Do you stand with the Nigeria giving first location to the American, or you stand with the American telling Nigerian that we are going to do this in this location, and Nigeria remove or tell those bandits to leave and the rocket fall on empty ground? Or the rocket really hits these bandits, which is the third one, I'm just adding this. But unfortunately, overnight, they have to remove the body, cover up the evidence, and make it look like, okay, nothing happened, nothing do us, type check, nothing do us, we are strong, the bomb fall on empty ground. Meanwhile, it really hit them, they just remove, clean up and make it look like nothing happened to them. Which of these three do you stand for? Please tell me in the comment section. I rest my case here. I love you guys. God love you more. If you love us, the only way you can show your love to us is this. Tell us your thoughts. Remember, we are a few days before this year runs out. Some people say, man, not the joke, say, what if bandits kidnap me, that they ask for ransom, say me now subscribe to for them to release me, say that is an expensive joke. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I read your comment. I appreciate your concern. But now I'm begging in the name of God, whatever you believe on, in the name of Jesus that I believe on, subscribe if you have not done so. Just take me to 200,000 subscribers. This has been my biggest desire this year. And if you guys do it, I'll be very happy. But still there, I still appreciate you guys watching, commenting, especially those that are liking and commenting. When I'm reading you guys' comment, it tells me to exact point where you watch my video. When somebody commented about the handy part, I know, say, this person watched to this point before he comments. This person watched to this area before he comments. And that is giving me more energy to make more video like this. All right, I rest my case. Until we meet again, compliment of the season. Happy, prosperous new year. May God grant you all your good heart desire with the right. With the last seconds of you thinking, oh, God has forsaken me, God will visit you and surprise you and make provision for all your needs. And may you celebrate and have reason to testify in 2026. I love you. Until we meet again. Peace out.